Before the season even kicks off, soccer fans are already making predictions. Who wins the league? Who qualifies for Europe? And who's lifting the trophy at season's end? On Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code CUP26 to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
The perfect lunch combo. That first bite of your favorite sub, followed by ice cold Pepsi. Add a couple of friends, and now that's next level. Suddenly, the laughs get louder, the stories keep flowing, and the food tastes better. Because Pepsi brings out more flavor, more fun, and more of the moment. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi Zero Sugar today.
Rivalry. Rivalry runs deeper than 90 minutes, deeper than the scoreline, deeper than the badge stitched across your chest. A rivalry isn't created, it's inherited. It's passed through generations from granddad to father to son to daughter. It's the first scarf you're wrapped in, the first stadium you walk into, the first roar that shapes your soul. Before you know your alphabet, you know your colors. Before you choose your path, your club has already chosen you. Yeah. In Yorkshire, in the East Midlands, every city has a story. Sheffield red against Sheffield blue, neighbour against neighbour. Rotherham fighting for every inch. Barnsley built on pride. Doncaster refusing to back down. Bradford standing together. Huddersfield carrying history. Chesterfield chasing tomorrow.
Good evening and welcome to Terrace Talk. I'm your host, King Bush, and tonight we have got a special show. I've got Chickens on the Loose podcast with us, Bradford City, and as usual, Rotherham have lost, Bradford have won. How you doing, Chickens?
I am sound, and yeah, you're not getting 90 points, and that's a fact.
We've got Mark, the Pittsmore Owl. Sheffield Wednesday also won. How you doing, Mark?
Oh, I'm doing brilliant, mate. I'm just doing brilliant. I just can't believe how good our owner is, mate. Sometimes I have to pinch myself. Is this really happening to us? After all them years of turmoil? Mate, I'm loving it. I'm sorry, I'm loving it, mate. Did you hear him on TalkSport yesterday morning?
No,
oh, mate. He did an interview, yesterday, and He's
wanting Vardy or something. I saw some clippets of it. I didn't listen to it, but
listen. There is that. Yeah, listen. I like Vardy, but his age, yeah. So I'm not like. It's like I'd be gutted if we didn't get him. To be honest, if we got him, great. But I'm not. Do you know what I mean? But it's just a man's interview. He just gets it. He's just a nice guy. He just gets it, and he gets the fan base. He knows how big we are. But he's just a nice guy. Do you know what I mean, Lee? He's just a nice guy. And the guy says, why Sheffield Wednesday? Why Sheffield Wednesday? And he basically said, I first went there. I went to the match on November 5th, bonfire night. They do a bottom at league, do a relegated. They won one game all season. They were miles off safety. We were down. Still expensive tickets, very expensive, most of it in the league. And he goes, in America, there'd have been 3,000 or 4,000 then on a cold night. Of the 28,000, he gets it. And do you know something, yeah? It's day and night from that man. It is day and night with him. Everything about him. So I'm just buzzing. Do you know what I mean? I'm just happy. But we've got to be patient, but I'm very happy.
Fair enough. And luckily, Forest didn't play this weekend, so they didn't lose. Well, I think they played
we had a friendly. We've had quite a few friendlies. We had a friendly today at the City Ground, and we beat them 2-0. So more than happy with that one. Nice end to the friendly games and with another win.
So obviously you weren't on last week, Phil. So obviously I asked the guys their sort of expectations of their football club for the upcoming season. So where do you see Forest finishing this season, and what are your expectations of? Okay,
going off what's happened so far. Obviously, we've had a couple of players leave and sold on. We've not had any major transfers as of yet. We've been connected with some massive players, but nothing's actually come through yet. If the two players I've got in mind really do actually get signed by Forest or do get them over the line, I think Forest could easily finish in that top 5, easily. But I'm being very open on that one. I mean, you're laughing, Bushy, but actually, if you look at some of the teams that are in the Premier, I mean, did you see the Arsenal battering of City today? I know it's a Mickey Mouse Cup and whatnot, but did you see the way that Arsenal absolutely annihilated City today?
But that's Arsenal who won the league against City.
Yeah. Against City, you're supposed to be the best club in the league. It's beggars belief, mate. But genuinely, I would be happy if Forest can do a top 10. I'd be happy with that. If we finish, as long as we're not down there amongst that like we were last season, battling for staying out of relegation, I'm more than happy with that. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it opens up, mate. My expectations are we need some good signings, and I mean I'm talking bigger names. I'm not talking your Brazilians and your lower league European teams. I'm talking big names coming to the club. That is where I see Forest now, especially with the money that we've now got.
I'll be honest with you.
Say again, Mark.
Is the owner still Marinakis?
Yes, the owner is still Marinakis.
Wow, what a job he's done, Lee. Do you remember when he played Sheffield United and didn't one of their fans going on pitch and headbutt Billy Sharp? What a move. Remember that? Yeah, but that just shows you, He went down like a sacker, you know what? Yeah. Anyway, end of the day, it just shows you success and failure. Because they were really close games that could have gone either way. And look how well Forest has done. So when you get a chance in football, you've got to take it. I mean, United's lost 10 playoffs, worst record going. Imagine where they could be now if they'd have... Do you know what I mean? In this day and age, you can't afford to lose 10 playoffs, can you? You can't do that. Do you know what I mean? No. But listen, I like Nottingham Forest. I remember years ago when I was younger, we bought John Sheridan, and it was the first away. It was the first away game we played at Forest. I remember the away end.
You're showing your age now, Mark. You're showing your age, mate.
Well, I was 50 over there, but I can remember, I was about 12, about 89, just got Atkinson. And the away end, it was standing, and it was just uncovered. And I remember we had John Sheridan in his first game. We were brilliant. I think we won. When I got to look at your ground, I think I won there about four times, maybe lost once. Derby's ground, hate windy off. We get beat every time at Derby.
We don't talk about Derby. They lost again at the weekend, which is a happy day. So.
But Nottingham Forest, are a really good club. And you know the American guy, him who owns a lot of clubs, I forgot his name now. He went on about him buying Wednesday, and he owned Palace, didn't he? He said, do you know what about? He did something with Palace, can't think of his name. And he said, what's wrong with English football is, Sheffield Wednesday who's won it 4 times, or Nottingham Forest, what's won Europe, the rules do not allow us to win the Premier League, even if we was in it. And I think that's what's wrong with English football, that a Wednesday in a Forest, the rules don't allow for us to win it. And I think that is what's wrong with English football. Do you get my point?
Yeah, I know where you're coming from, mate. In terms of Marinakis, I mean, the man's batshit crazy, but what he's done for the club, what he's done for the city, you can go into the whole maths of, he bribes the players, he does this, he does that, does the other. Listen, it's working. We've just sold a player who, let's face it, he's not a world-class player. You won't class him as a world-class player, but we've just gone and sold him to a world-class team, and I use that in inverted commas lightly because I know we've got a United fan in, but we sold him to a world-class team for an outstanding amount of money, and, he's a businessman at the end of the day, and he's made an astute decision, and that's what he does. He makes business decisions. I just hope that the money that we've got in from that particular player and the other player that's gone just about to leave, the money that we get from that, we actually invest well and get some good quality names in the squad.
So, Phil, you said that you see Forest top 5. Obviously,
no, I'd like to see Forest top 5, and I think if we
10.
get the right names in, we get the right players in, then we could get that.
But you say you'd be happy with top 10, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And as long as we're not down in that mix of relegation, mate.
Of course you would, mate.
You ask the question, I'm going to give you the answer, aren't I?
You'll be after staying in the division again. That's where you'll
be. Mate, what do you want me to say? Oh, I think Forest can finish fucking top. Mark's just hit the nail on the head. It ain't going to fucking happen. Yeah? I think Man United are going to lose in their fucking opening game against Hull, mate. I think they're going to batter you. You know? And I'm going to sit there laughing my arse off at it.
Proper football team, though, Nottingham Forest. They're a proper football
Exactly.
team.
We're a proper team in the Premier League.
So I'm going to go through the comments, but I am going to put a poll up. So if everybody who's watching, I want you to do this poll. So we're going to have Team of the Week. So out of the Yorkshire and East Midlands team, who performed best? So in the poll, we've got Sheffield Wednesday, Bradford City, Mansfield Town, and Huddersfield. So in the chat, you will select 1 for Sheffield Wednesday, 2 for Bradford, 3 for Mansfield, and 4 for Huddersfield. So we can see who we think, and we'll discuss going on through the show who we think is top of those. So yeah, I'm going to go through the comments quickly, and then we can. You're getting some hate bullshit in the pub. In there, they called you a wanker. Well, there you go. We were discussing this off air, actually, me and Mark. The hate you get on social media at times. But at the end of the day, they're sat in the pub talking about me. I don't even know who they are. They don't even exist in my life. So let them crack on. They're talking about me. I don't even know they're even on this planet. So there you go. That's how much it's going to affect me. It's not going to affect me at all. Good evening, everyone. Up the Leeds. Went to Cheltenham. We battered them for 75 minutes. Yeah, we did. And obviously, I've been having a bit of banter with Chickens on the Loose podcast. He's saying we're not going to get to 90 odd points. We're going to get over 100 points, I'm telling you. We absolutely tore them a new arsehole.
Stop saying that, Lee. What happened, bro? Stop saying it.
Honestly. They were the worst team I've ever seen.
Mate, you're delusional. You are absolutely delusional if you think that's going to happen.
You're setting yourself up to fail, brother.
I just want to thank everybody as well. You may think I'm a wanker as well, but we've got over 1,000 people watching live again, which is absolutely
I'm not getting shy like you told me that. Oh, no, Lee.
Evening, lads. We will beat York. Paul Chesterfield, who are we? Live in Derbyshire with Sheffield postcode and Yorkshire television. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, we were meant to have a Chesterfield fan on tonight. Maybe he got stuck in a Sheffield postcode. I don't know. But yeah, Chesterfield. It's a bit like Rotherham. Rotherham's similar. They've got you've got Rotherham postcode, Sheffield telephone number. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on in these places. Notts County fan says, Notts County podcast says 20th for Nottingham Forest. Yeah, I'm.
See, I don't get this. Hold on a minute. Let me just address it. Let me just address this, Bushy. Let me just address this. What is it with Notts County fans against Forest fans? Forest have got no beef with Notts County at all. But County fans, I think it's jealousy. That's all it is, because they'll never, ever in a million years get themselves up to the Premier League. They're just a half-bit football team. And all they clasp onto is this record that they've got. What are they? One of the oldest clubs in the league or something. Listen, boys. Yeah? Go carry on eating your pies.
I'll be honest, I live in Nottingham,
black and white,
and I see more
jog on
than I do Forest shirts. Evening, lads. Good lineup.
You don't start. Listen.
Top 5. I'm dead. They're going in on you tonight, Phil.
That's that.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
He's got your fishing rod out. Loving this. Go on, Mark. Get the fishing rod out.
I know a lot of Notts County fans. I've got a lot of friends who are Notts County fans. You know what? Bollocks to the lot of you, yeah? I'm a Forest fan. You seem to have the beef with the Forest fans. I've got no beef with Notts County. But you fucking carry on, I'll come and bomb your club. Go on, bugger off. Just because we're not in the city.
Game's gone!
Get lost.
Head's gone. I need a buzzer. A head's gone buzzer for this show. I'm gonna download one.
I don't get what Notts County fans' problem is. I do not get what Notts County problem is with Forest. I don't get it. What's the beef?
Forest in the city, Phil, he says.
No, I know we're not.
We do that all the time.
No. What we are, we're positioned in the better part of Nottingham. We're not positioned in Meadow Lane, right next to shitty Snenton, surrounded by next to the Meadows. For God's sake, you're surrounded by shit. At least we go to the other side and we're surrounded by, West Bridgeford and Home Pierpont, and we've got Ratcliffe-on-Trent just up the road. Beautiful, beautiful places. You're surrounded by shit. Fuck off.
Can I just say something?
In your head, mate. He's in your head.
What's his name? I can't see his name. The Forest fan here.
Not
Phil.
He's got him.
You know your stadium? Isn't it bang next to Notts County Stadium? I thought there was a little bit of a
there's a big fuck off river between us. The thing is what makes me laugh is you can see the city ground from just about everywhere. You can't see Meadow Lane because it's surrounded by a shitty old market and a lawnmower factory. A lawnmower factory sits right in front of their stadium. Phil, Jesus Christ, what more do you want?
He's in your
he
head.
Has got in my head. I don't get what the problem is.
I don't mind I don't mind them. Now he's wanting to set them on fire and all sorts.
No, do you know what? It's the beef, mate. They've got with Forest. I don't get it.
Yeah. One for Mark here. Mark, did you find anything else on your Hillsborough Stadium refurbishment investigation, or is it just vinyl work?
I don't know. David Storch says that they've signed off on 100 different things. So I think there's a lot of work going on. Maybe not necessarily sexy work. You need Premier League money for that, don't you, really? So, but there's porta cabins there. I was talking to the guy, and he just basically says, we try and make it look nicer when you go in. I've heard that they try and make it easier to come out of the stadiums and going in and out of stadiums. I said, to make Sheffield people happy, just make sure that the beers pour faster and everything will be good.
Mark is the GOAT from Jacob Winders. So
I'll pay you later, Jacob Winders.
Two fans in.
The £20 in the post.
The Chesterfield probably pulled out because he was right on what he said about Chesterfield dominating possession by passing between centre-halves. So Bez is still convinced that Chesterfield do just pass between centre-halves. Mark, we've done that one. Forest is in Nottinghamshire. Like Sheffield United are right next to the shithole Sheffield City Centre.
I don't like that. I like Sheffield City Centre, so you know what I mean.
So you're not backing your fellow Owl saying that Bramall Lane's in the horrible part of town.
End of the day, I love Sheffield. I think it's a brilliant city, but I can't slag Sheffield. Slag them off, yeah, but not Sheffield. You know what I mean?
So Bradford are currently leading the poll on Team of the Week. So I'm going to speak to Chickens on the Loose podcast now.
What were the score yesterday, Chickens on the Loose? What were the score yesterday? I know Bradford won, didn't they? But what were the score?
2-0, bud, yesterday.
Well, it sets it up nicely for Thursday. Can't wait. Really looking forward to Thursday. So let me just say this before we go to Chickens on the Loose. So my mate Stuart, yeah, he takes Stuart Whitworth, DSR to Stuart, yeah. I think he's watching in Lanzarote. The man has more holidays, yeah, a year than some billionaire. But listen, fair play to him, yeah. He got in touch yesterday. He says, can you go and get me a son a ticket? So I'm trying to get my driving licence back. So I had to use the old legs. So I walked to Hillsborough yesterday. I got his son a ticket. I did a little bit of work. And listen, I'm hearing he's just going to be short of 35,000 there. The grand old's 38. If you put the seats in the corners on the northwest, he's back up to 39 because that man didn't invest. So I'm hoping in the future we can get back up to 39. It's temporarily reduced, but there's going to be about 30, just short of 35,000 versus Bradford. Right, looking forward to it. Really am looking forward to it. So fair play to Bradford.
You have to sell a kidney to get that ticket.
What was that?
Did you have to sell a kidney to get that ticket?
No, I said to him, I said, listen, he might not be able to get one, but I said, he only wanted one on the cot. So you can always get the odd one, can't you? So I got him one for his son yesterday. So yeah, it's all sorted. So yeah, looking forward to it. So what's score going to be, Chickens on the Loose? Wednesday versus Bradford, what's score going to be?
I think Bradford are going to beat you 2-0 on Thursday. And if Bannon must need to sort his shoelaces out or something, because that opener he missed.
Oh, that miss was horrendous. I seen that. That was a terrible miss.
Everything right. He just had to tap it back at net, and he must have got distracted by his pay packet or something.
He didn't get distracted by his hair, did he?
I think he needs to be down the same road as Wayne Rooney and have the transplant, basically. But listen, don't matter, does it? The guy's a class act. But so when I got back from yesterday, yeah, my mate said, Stuart, oh, Mark, I can't watch the game. I can't do this. Can you help me out, please? So I goes, I'll update you. And I just saw his reply, put, okay. So I thought, can't add that to him. So I went in the bedroom, put it on my old trusty Fire Stick, banged it on, rung him, put it on video, and me and Stuart sat there all the way through the game, and I let him watch it live from Lanzarote. Tell you that game started. Thought Wednesday started off brightly. I'm going to be honest. Thought Leyton Orient were the better team in the first half. It amazes me that professional footballers cannot keep the ball down and they blaze it up bar. When I was younger, I was told keep it down. Second half, we come into it a lot more. When we went 2-0 in front, the Leeds guy, Gray, had a chance to make it 3-1. Bannon goes down the keeper. The keeper tried to take him out. He didn't. Wide open goal. I'm thinking, yeah, I can just sit here and have the rest of the game relax. Put it wide. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I said to Stuart, oh, fucking hell. They're going to score it last minute. I can see it coming. Referee fucking puts 9 minutes. I'm thinking, no buffering, no way through. 2 minutes to go, Fire Stick starts to buff off. Thinking, oh, no. Watch it come on and it's a 2-2. Put it on, do 30 seconds left. And they won 2-1, but listen, you've got to take a chance. I think yesterday shown that. I think a fair result would have probably been about 4-2 to Wednesday, but it shows that we need more firepower up front. I think yesterday showed that. But listen, the owner knows it, and we're going to have to wait. I think our strike force will look a lot different before the 1st of September. Got 2 weeks. When Premier League clubs do the business, then we can see what we can get. So listen, I'm thinking, be patient, and let's see where we are squad-wise 1st of September. But against Bradford, I don't think it's going to be easy either way. I'm not going to back against Wednesday. It wouldn't surprise me if it were a draw, but I'm going for a 2-1 Wednesday win.
It's like
who were your man of the match for the game, Mark? So Jamal Lowe scored.
Oh, Jamal Lowe! Fucking hell, man! Man's on fire. Stuart don't like him, yeah. But you know something? The man's on fire this season. The man's on fire. Scored against Bolton. Chipped it off at keeper. Scored yesterday. Got disallowed. Penalty. Confident. As he come up, he just stuttered. Goalie move. Boom. Get it to their fans. Listen, Jamal Lowe. Man's on fire, mate. Definite man at match. Jamal Lowe. Big him up.
It's like with Bradford game, obviously versus Peterborough. We're like men versus boys.
So that's a great result for Bradford.
Chicken. Was that you know the second yellow card that caused that red? I mean, I didn't see the game. Was it a valid? Obviously, I knew you were going to be one-sided, but was it a valid? I didn't see it, so I just thought it was a red card.
It hit me face. It was like plumbing Shawn Michaels HBK in him.
Was it like watching Sunday League?
But yeah, we were Bradford yesterday. Bradford, Peterborough, men versus boys. They're pretty poor, I thought, Peterborough yesterday. Bradford dominated the game. Obviously, now Smallwood and Powell's gone. It was actually scored from a corner again. Crossed in, and Gillespie scored the header. And then 95-year-old Nick Powell comes off the bench 50 seconds in and scores. So, proper buzzing. And obviously, Mark, looking forward to playing you guys on Thursday. And I'm doing my podcast on Monday if you want to come and join it, Mark. Talking about Sheffield Wednesday again.
What time are you doing that, brother?
About 6 o'clock, bud.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say I'm going to be somewhere or not. I'll tell you where I'll be. I'll be in the Deep End pub at Hillsborough. So
Sorry,
I'm going to have to swerve that one because there's people I want to meet and see. But listen, thanks for the invite. Is it Rawson Springs? I'm meeting a few guys in there. So if you want to come in there and say hello, yeah, man. You welcome yourself, chickens on the loose. Welcome yourself, brother.
Power, who's gone. I got my P's muddled up. Yeah, Power's gone, and obviously Powell is back and scoring.
Are you going to the game yourself, chickens on the loose?
I'm coming from work, though.
Well, just think about this, yeah, because you said something to me last week. You know when you're all bitter going into the ground paying you 37 quid? Look to the right, and that big stand, it's a two-tier stand thing, everyone on that stand's paid £46 to get in. Home fans. Which I think, League One, I think that's a bit shady, but I think it's because of the restrictions.
How much for your season ticket, Matt?
Pretty cheap, about five. I can't remember off the top of my head, but about $5.50 for the cop.
Look at me, that's expensive.
It's an expensive do watching Sheffield Wednesday.
Like it
but fair play to the fans; they continue to back them, especially since Chansiri's gone. A lot weren't going while he were there, both teams are well supported, Bradford and Sheffield Wednesday. So it doesn't surprise me that there's going to be a big attendance there. Right, I'm going to try and go through some comments. Just quickly, chickens on the loose. Who was your man of the match for the game against Peterborough?
I gave it to Torre down the wings, but I thought Beasley did well holding the ball up. A few of them who I think deserved it. Beasley kept well. Obviously, Powell came on and scored. But I would give it to probably McCracken. He did well in net. And if you've not seen the comical save he saved, I booted it across the crossbar and bounced off, and I thought that was going in. But yeah.
Bushy, before you hit the comments, mate, I've got a question for you. Why didn't Rotherham win?
Because I'm here.
Right. Listen, we did. Listen,
you're in League Two. You're in League Two. Why didn't you win?
Yeah. Honestly, it was like Manchester United against a non-league team. Yeah, we just played them off the park completely. It was like men against boys. They parked the bus, and we couldn't finish. Mullin was terrible. I think it's.
Is this the same Mullin that about 2 days ago on your TikTok you were blowing so much smoke up his arse? It's unreal.
Well, he struggled, but he hadn't had a full pre-season, so I'm just hopefully putting on that. But chickens on the loose can probably back up his legs, may have.
Well, we had him at City last season on loan, and he was shite.
Yeah, so.
He was shite.
Oh, what it'll be?
It's like obviously people saying they're going to get 90 points this season. They're not going to get fuck all.
No, 100 points. We're getting 100. Listen.
Mate, you're going to get battered by York next week, I'm telling you.
Listen, we'll batter York. We'll batter Chesterfield. We're going to get 100 points. We're the Manchester United of League Two. Yeah, we're going to absolutely smash it.
What have you been drinking? What have you been drinking? You're not going to get
if the performance was bad, I'd be worried.
I tell you what, I'll go off what that Callie Hull Brian said earlier. I'm having whatever he's having. Because if you think you're getting 100 points this season, mate, you're smoking more pot than what Mark does.
It's like God with Callie here. Mullin did nothing at Bradford. How many people have you got watching currently, Bushy?
1,100 people.
Right. Many of the 1,100 people have seen Paul Mullin obviously play. Obviously, Wrexham's completely dear, right? You're fantastic at Wrexham. Comes to Bradford, couldn't blooming score with a door wide open. It was shocking. And at Rotherham, have you bought him permanently?
Yeah, permanently. We got him and Bradshaw. We signed Bradshaw as well.
Shocking. Yeah, you're not going to get anywhere with him, mate.
Honestly, we're getting 100 points. Some of the football.
Stop saying that. You're setting yourself to fail.
Listen,
where's the bookies got you to finish?
Some of the football was sexy. We tore them apart. Yeah, it was nice to watch. But listen, we couldn't defend. So if you can't defend, you're going to lose games. But
where's the
bookies got
you to finish?
Eh?
Where's the bookies got you to finish?
I think we're 5th favourites.
So they're no lot, don't they? Bookies. I mean, they've got us 2nd favourites. I'm not sure what I think about that. But 5th favourites. Listen, I think you've got to look at the league table when it gets to about the 10th game. Listen, it's horrible when your football team loses. It fucks your weekend up, man. We've had years of it. I mean, I don't want to bang drum, but I was brought up on Premier League, Cup finals, beating Man United, and going to League One even now, it's hard. But listen, at the end of the day, you're only as good as your owners. But I would just look at the league table after 10 games. I think that gives you a fair reflection of where you are.
Yeah, they'll be bottom then, so...
Right, so I am going to go through comments. So Kaylee Wilson says that... let me have a look.
Forest will finish 10th. I'll take that.
Yeah, they won't finish 10th.
Kaylee Wilson knows what she's talking about.
I've got someone finishing more
than
18.
I have got Haaland and Mbuemo in my team. Wednesday versus Bradford. Rotherham versus York. 2 Yorkshire derbies. What a weekend of football coming up. Yeah, it is a great weekend. 6-0 Bradford. Cameron Dawson. Yeah, I mean, that's a shocking set. Did he play on Saturday?
No, he was benched. But around the ground.
If you get an injury to your goalkeeper, you're getting relegated. That's how bad Cameron Dawson is.
Wait, can I just say it?
Do you know where he learned his trade? Sheffield Wednesday.
Can I just say this, yeah? I don't understand that because do you know when we got relegated, the season where we come third, we should have won it. We should have won it, yeah. But Plymouth did brilliant. We got a player injured. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. And Ipswich went out and spent money, transfer window. That man didn't. They picked us, yeah. But then in the playoffs that season, Cameron Dawson were brilliant for us. Brilliant. So I don't understand.
He must be a Wednesday fan and hate Rotherham because honestly, he looked like he'd never been a goalkeeper in his entire life when he played for us. That's how bad he was.
Seriously, wow, shocked about that.
Callie Hull Brian says, "Can I have what he's on?" Which one?
She's on about Bannon. She's on about
Bannon.
Stuart Whitworth, big up, shout up. Mark's mate as well. Slattery was man of the match. From Stu. Sat eating dinner in Lanzarote, watching this. We're all Wednesday, aren't we?
He's got a billionaire lifestyle, that guy, I swear down.
Power gone, not Powell. Power gone, not Powell, says Callie.
I've got one more thing to say about Rotherham, Bushy. This is from Around the Grounds, who's watching on my TikTok. He's got, I have Rotherham finishing 19th. They had a meltdown. Also went in the pistol.
Listen,
that's generous. That is 19.
Listen, what grounds is he going round? Non-league grounds or what? He ain't going round professional football grounds.
Around the grounds.
That guy is talking utter nonsense. Yeah.
Is that the Wednesday fan?
Eh?
Is that the Wednesday fan around the grounds?
Yeah, big YouTuber, massive.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Really nice guy.
And he talks a lot of sense, Mark. He talks a lot of sense.
I've had all these Wednesday fans coming at me today. There's this Around the Grounds, and there's this other big TikToker called TikTok Ticky Wednesday or something. I don't know what it is.
When you're saying you're going to get 100 points and you're getting beat off Cheltenham,
right?
Boys,
and listen, right? They are talking rubbish, yeah. I'm the man when it comes to predictions. Last season, I predicted Man United would finish third. All these.
Yeah, you also predicted that Rotherham would survive.
Yeah, but only because we had Matt Amshaw. We wouldn't survive without Matt Amshaw. Matt Amshaw, the big boy, got us relegated, yeah? But this season, we have got the best... Listen, we've got the creme de la creme of coaches at Rotherham United now, yeah? We've got Steve McLaren, ex-England manager. Even Sheffield Wednesday can't boast someone like that as in their backroom ranks. Nobody can, yeah? Steve McLaren, ex-England manager.
He is
We've
past it,
also
though.
got Agnew as well, that's coached at England. We've got the goalkeeper coach that won the treble with Manchester United, yeah? At Rotherham. He was
But you lost 2-1 to Cheltenham.
Yeah, forget that. Rome isn't built in a day. Listen to me.
Oh, right, okay. One of them ones is it?
I've seen enough evidence on that football pitch. I've watched the eye test. I've watched the stats. All of it suggests somebody is going to get a good pumping. A real good pumping.
Just a quick one, Bushy. Just a quick
We're
one.
going to really steamroll that division.
Bushy, you know at Christmas...
playing in that league. It's a car park league. We shouldn't be
Bushy, you know at Christmas... You know, if Rotherham are still losing games left, right, and centre to these poor level 2 League 2 teams. Now, listen, you can say all this, but if you go to Christmas, you're still going to stand by it again.
We're coming back. We're back, baby. We're coming back. We will take over Wednesday.
Mate. Your back line is atrocious.
We always do it. Whenever we get promoted from League 2, we do back-to-backs every time. We did it.
Back-to-back relegation.
No, back-to-back promotion. We are the daddies. Right. Anyway, Leicester Rotherham. I don't want to talk about them anymore. They've ruined my weekend every time.
Yes.
Reading them. Gary Bushy asked Mark why Sheffield is known as the Steel City. All the steel was made in Rotherham and transported to Sheffield. We were the steel makers. Get up, mush. What are you saying, Mark, to that?
Obviously, the guy don't know what he's talking about, does he, Bushy? Because at the end of the day, we are the Steel City for a reason. For more people that are cleverer than me and the guy there. I think Sheffield's the biggest place of the steel, and because Rotherham's like Greater Sheffield, we just give them some work.
The only steel thing about Rotherham is them stealing another season in League 2 come the end of this season. That's the only thing they'll be stealing.
Big up Test Riggs.
Yes, man.
First game ever without chickens moaning about the ref. You usually moaning about the ref, chickens.
Yeah, on my podcast, 99.9% of the time I do moan about the refs. But to be fair, Mark from Knots and Bolts podcast, the referee was a little bit shit yesterday, and he was a Premier League referee. He obviously sending off the Peterborough player. But yeah, you're like, Peterborough player would foul a Bradford player, nothing would happen. There was no yellow card roll, and then he would book a Bradford player for doing the same thing. So
yeah, I agree with you, chicken. I think that's why Rotherham got relegated last season. It were all refs.
Knots and Bolts podcast, yeah. I've got to say something about your club, yeah. Stop saying you were the first football club, because you wasn't in Sheffield FC, recognised by FIFA, man, so stop it.
Okay. Didn't even give 10% for Wednesday away. Scared the chickens are going to take over. So, Bradford fans saying you're scared. You didn't even give them 10% tickets. What's your response to that, Mark?
I didn't hear it. Go on, mate. Just say again.
Didn't even give us 10% for Wednesday away. They're scared that chickens are going to take over.
We didn't give Bradford that. We didn't give Bradford that. I'll tell you the reason for why, yeah? Blame Newcastle. A few years ago, yeah, it's a true story. This isn't just me chatting, it's a true story. We played Newcastle in FA Cup. They've just had their takeover. They're in League One at time, yeah? When we got points deducted again. So anyway, they were standing up, they got beat, and then they come up with this story. Oh, it's dangerous, that Leppings Lane, and it's dangerous. So on Wednesday did an investigation internally, sent out John's ambulance, said there were no reports of anyone getting hurt. When you look at their way, and me and my son watched it overnight, it weren't even full. Their fans were sitting down all the time. Because Sheffield and Hillsborough, that happened once. Not happened since because of the coppers. I were there, unfortunately, on top with my mate, Paul Spellman. Yeah, we got tickets from school, right? Because of that copper, that happened once. Yeah, so Newcastle made Sheffield MPs get in touch with SAG, and what did they do? They fucking took more of them and they reduced the away fans to the top end of the Leppings Lane holds 4,500, yeah? We're only allowed to sell 3,500. That's not on us. Blame Newcastle for that. And fix Sheffield MPs licking Newcastle's horse. And that's a true story. That's not me chatting. Go and Google it.
Imagine this, but I'm going to tell you this to you three guys, because you both support teams in a higher league than Rotherham. Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. But how is it embarrassing that Rotherham have got a better stadium than all three of you?
Oh,
What are you doing?
We're
not talking about size. We're talking about the quality of the stadium.
Let me just say this. You know, when I was growing up, I went everywhere. We had the best stadium in the country by Wembley. Second, I'm going to say probably Aston Villa. They had 3 sides, big sides, but a little one. Old Trafford ran like Wembley, looked wicked, and then a shit Stretford end. Hillsborough were wicked at all, and this is when restaurant were laughable. We showed English football the way. That's the reason why it's got 36 FA Cup finals, semi-finals, 36 semi-finals, yeah? World Cup 66.
Yeah, but if New York had been built then, we'd have had finals there. They wouldn't have had
not with 12,000, brother. Not with 12,000. Record attendance, nearly 73,000. We showed the way. Obviously, we've had shit owners for 26 years. It's had no investment. So when people mention stadium, especially Sheffield United, their ground was shit. Their ground was shit for years. No, their John Street League. It was bright pink. And I'm thinking,
I remember that.
And that's not me having a dig. That's just me telling the truth. Our ground showed the way.
Bushy, you could wrap the City ground in our containers. You know, these containers in our corner flag. You could wrap the whole City ground in containers and it would still be better than New York Stadium. So fucking dog off.
Terrible. Listen, you could fit the whole Nottingham Forest fan base in the Stretford end.
Oh, of course we fucking could. Yeah, of course we could.
Let's not even go there against
that's why we're in line to make a 50,000 seater stadium. Of course.
Yeah, you won't sell it though. You won't sell it.
Of course we will. That's why every true Forest fan is still the people that want their season tickets back or want a season ticket are still on a list that's like 20 years long. So I'm going to tell you a story.
I will tell you a story here, right? When I first come to Nottingham Forest was in the Championship. I saw no Nottingham Forest shirts in Nottingham at all, yeah? I went to a few games, so easy to get a ticket. There are empty seats everywhere. Nobody could go and back them. Now they've all jumped on the Premiership.
How are you talking about, mate? Because I used to go to a lot of the Championship games.
Yeah, and you never saw that. It was always packed. It was always packed. It wasn't.
Always packed. Doing well, more fans are going to come. I said to Master, you know me, I've never ever been to Rotherham's new ground because it's very hard to get tickets for away. You know, when I first started going, you went to Hillsborough and it was first come, first serve with your away tickets. Yeah, I went everywhere. But you know, now they've got a point scheme. I don't know what I think about that. Maybe it's fair, yeah, for loyalty. Don't know. Yeah, but I went everywhere. I didn't have a problem. But I've been to Millmore. So I said to my son, I says, Rotherham's grounds looks nice from outside. And he goes, Dad, I've been in it. He goes, but inside it's really tiny. But I don't know. And, I think Rotherham have done well. I think now you're having a little bit of a lull. You have to remember, Lee, it's a little town, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's a little town. But I think Rotherham's done well recently. Man, you used to beat us. Regular.
Often.
You did. Mate, I'm admitting it. You did. But you're only as good as your owners, brother. You're only as good as your owner.
Yeah, and ours is terrible at the minute. Right.
I like what Knots and Bolts has just put on. Back to Don Valley next season. I think, genuinely, I think you got more chance and probably get more people in the Clifton Park in Rotherham and play next to the bloody Lido in there.
There's no chance of going back to Don Valley because it's not there anymore. It's student flats. They got knocked down.
Sheffield City Council wasting more money. Why build a stadium to just knock it down? Unbelievable.
Stuart Whitworth, the ref on Saturday was a joke. He's always against us with their equaliser. He sat that up nicely. 100% 8, so I was very surprised he gave us a pen. P.S. Let's not talk about Bannon's miss. Mullin did nothing for Bradford, says Callie. Go on, Bushy. We'll win the league. Don't listen to these. Yeah, exactly, mate. Rotherham 4, Millers at York 0. Yeah, I agree with that. Rotherham fans coming in strong. Rotherham be playing in Rother Valley Park next season begging for Hampshire to come back. I wouldn't have that guy back.
I said a bit more upmarket. I said Clifton Park, but Rother Valley, that'll do.
I wouldn't have that guy if you paid me. Adrian says Mark is class.
I try and bring a bit of energy, guys. You know what I'm saying? Try and bring some energy. Can I just say something, bro? Yeah, and I want to ask all your guys' opinions just for a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
So I started watching Wednesday properly. The season they put the roof on the Kop. So that's 1986. I said to my son the other night, when I watch football nightly, it's nothing like it were back then. It's not a contact sport. Yesterday, I'm watching the referee constantly whistling his fucking mouth. Stop and start, blowing. Pathetic. Not even tackles, just little blowing. And I'm thinking, man, this ain't football. How long would Colton Palmer last? How long would Vinnie Jones last? How long would Razor Russett last? Paul Ince, etc. And I think that for me is ruined football. It's a non-contact sport now. We saw it in the World
I agree.
And that is fucking wrong.
But last week, your player was worse. He got someone sent off for going down like he'd been shot.
Well, he did get him sent off, but now that's all part of the game, innit? And I'm with Liam, the honest with you.
I don't like to see it. I don't want to see that.
But with that guy for being stupid, for giving him a little thing there, you do that, you're going off. And him getting sent off, in my opinion, helped us win the game. Because when you go down to 10 men now, it's a massive advantage, innit? It's a huge advantage.
Yeah.
But it's a non-contact sport. And I don't like it.
He's an ex-Forest manager as well. Waxing my legs was less painful than Lee's deflections about Rotherham. Ask Johnny when he's got to leave at half time again. Johnny, you've been leaving at half time.
Oh, Mr. S. So I've left Bradford games about 4 times at half time.
Half time.
Wow.
Wow, that's terrible. Wow. You can't get away with that, man. Listen, I've got a friend, Shelley, that does that often last season. He went to both games, he got a season ticket, went at half time.
We're getting demolished about 4-0. We're losing 4-0 at half time. I left. My head would go.
All right, okay. I understand that. I just thought
was it gone as worse as Phil with the Notts County fans' comments earlier on in the show? Yeah. I'm going to clip that up. That's going everywhere. Phil,
what, my comment? I'm going to bomb the stadium.
Yeah.
It's just, I thought watching Bradford City, and you guys probably get it. You put so much effort in supporting your team, and if your team's getting battered, eventually your head just like the Notts Forest fan head went earlier. My head goes. But it's new me this season. I'm staying until the 90th minute, even if we're losing 4-0, I'm staying.
Fair enough. Still not sure about Henrik. Yes, he won the last 2, including West Brom last season game. Bradford be massive test. Still, for me, 100% Stockport manager waiting in the wings. I think he's a poor manager. I would, if you want to get up, you should get rid of him. Johnny supports Keighley more than Bradford.
Keighley. That comment what Callie's put, Eccleshill, so there used to be a team called Eccleshill United in Bradford. They've done MK Dons. They've moved to Keighley, Cougar Park. So I started watching a bit of Keighley. I've applied for a job there to do the social media. Didn't hear anything about it. So I'm sacking that off. But when Bradford don't play, I go and watch Keighley play.
Not wrong with that, mate.
Fair enough. Well, when I don't watch Rotherham play, I go and watch Manchester United.
When was the last Man United game you went to, Bushy?
Last season.
Oh. Well, like really early in the season?
Well, they haven't played this season as well. It's a bit harder to get tickets for Man United than it is for Forest.
Do you know what's amazing? Do you know what is amazing? Like I go to Manchester, and for years and years, decades, saw Man United ripping Man City, terrible. And just to see that change, the way it's changed, obviously Saudi, Abu Dhabi money. But sometimes when you get money, it don't always work. But just to see how that's changed in the city of Manchester is amazing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But on the role reversal, I'm going to stick up for Man United a little bit.
Man United is still the biggest club in Manchester by a country mile.
I am going to stick up for Man United a little bit here.
It is club in the world.
The Etihad is literally the Etihad.
But they're not the best in Manchester. The biggest in the world, granted.
They're the biggest team in Manchester. Of course they are.
What, the best?
No, that's Salford, isn't it?
Right now, Man City. I mean, do you know in 99?
Man U will finish above Man City this season.
Listen, during 99, Man United did the treble in 99, yeah? Man City was in League One. They used to get ripped to pieces, but just to see
money and cheating. It's called money and cheating. Anybody can do it when they cheat.
But listen,
how many rules have they broken?
Listen,
I'd strip them of I'd strip Man City of every trophy they've ever won. They're cheaters.
But that's been allowed to happen. Lee, let's be honest.
Listen, I would say Bradford City, Sheffield Wednesday, and Nottingham Forest are all bigger clubs than Man City. You take the money away.
Not now.
Yeah. I guarantee you, if Sheffield Wednesday now get to the top of the Premier League and you put them in a 50,000-60,000 seater stadium, they would sell it out. If you do the same with Man City, they will not sell it out. So that's how I judge the club. They will not sell it out.
Absolutely, Bushy. I went to
Manchester United fill a 200,000 seater stadium. City could never do that. They'll always live in Manchester United shadows. Always.
Last season, Bushy. Last season, I went to City away. And there were stands that were empty everywhere. We filled the away stand. I think we had something like 10,000-15,000 fans there. We filled that away stand. You look around the Etihad and there's massive pockets, 100, 200, 300 seats with no fans in whatsoever.
I'm quite surprised about that because I've been to Main Road about 3 times. I've only been to the Etihad maybe 3 times. And do you know Main Road? It was sort of weird ground. It was in the middle of Moss side.
Yeah.
Do you know their cop? So their cop, looking for the Muffins Lane then, were like Wednesday's South Stand. So their cop was on the South Stand, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And they used to, even when they were in League One, they used to average round about 30,000 Man City. And I always thought that they were a similar sort of club to Wednesday fan base-wise. So I'm surprised about that. But I thought they got 50,000 Man City 9. They do, don't they? They do. And they've just made the ground 62,000. So I'm surprised.
They can't sell out, mate. They can't sell out. Did you see Wembley? They go to Wembley. They don't even sell Wembley out. Empty seats at Wembley. I did a video about it. Embarrassing. And you know their excuse. Oh, we keep going to Wembley all the time. Rubbish.
Well, that's just shit fans, isn't it? Listen, rubbish. I agree with that because I have seen at Wembley they couldn't sell out. A little bit like Sheffield United.
Yeah, exactly. Smaller clubs, you know what I mean? Back down to Don Valley next season. Yeah, it's not even there, mate. Bushy's Pittsmore's gold, knows his stuff. Make the show. I'll be coming on and making an appearance soon.
Oh, so thank you, Stuart.
Who's coming on?
Thank you,
hopefully, we'll actually. Forest will know.
Who knows what he's talking about?
When the mighty Leeds are in town on Saturday, so I'll get.
Apparently you're in town on Tuesday as well. Something to do with Carabao Cup or something.
Forest. Remember Forest in League One, half empty. Yeah, mate. Honestly, we're half empty. Forest. Notts Pod is talking some sense. Notts Forest was my first team 40 years ago when my dad entered my life, turning me into a Sheffield Wednesday fan. Still got massive love for Forest. Their new manager is awesome. Man United missed a trick there.
Just a quick one on that, Stuart. I think I'll put a comment in. But yeah, absolutely the same with me. My dad's a Wednesday fan. Born and bred Sheffield and whatnot. He's a Wednesday fan. I nearly got hoiked into that same situation, but I stood my ground and stayed with Forest. But yeah,
man, you've got to listen to your dad.
He was born on Arborthorne Estate, mate. So I'm surprised he didn't batter me when I said I was going to be a Forest fan. But yeah,
it's a rough area that. Yeah,
I know, very rough. Yeah.
Well, listen, if you want to come to the Rawson Springs pub, brother, against Bradford, me and Stuart will be in there. You can come with us. You're welcome, bro.
Yeah, man.
Sean McWilliams should have been sent off yesterday. Yeah, he should. Disgusting challenge. Toy Town Wankers. Good evening, Jack. Thanks for watching. Yeah, whatever. One was at 35 minutes.
Do we know that Lee would have been a Wednesday fan, don't we? You've got to blame his... I've got respect for his dad, but you've got to blame his dad. His dad made him Rotherham, or else he'd be coming to Hillsborough now with me and Stuart. I'm trying to advocate for everyone to support Sheffield Wednesday. We've got best fans in England, the most diehard fans in England, Sheffield, proper people, Yorkshire. You've got to come to Hillsborough, guys. You know what I mean? And now's the time to do it with a good owner. So I'm going to be an ambassador for the blue and white.
Don't worry, chickens. I've done it loads. Morecambe away, 10 minutes. I lasted. That was my record. 10 minutes and left.
10 minutes.
Forget top 10 for me. Easy. Says Stuart. Lee goes to watch Leeds.
Yeah, we know he's a secret Leeds fan. 3-team wankers, Bush.
Right. No. I'm going to clear this up. Right.
Oh, one little sentence in his bit. One little sentence in his bit.
So, back in the good old days when you used to go to football for not just football reasons. So, I went with some Leeds fans to watch Leeds play in Europe, overseas, away in Turkey. So, that doesn't make me a Leeds fan. I just went to watch them. I don't mind.
Mate, you've gone all the way over to Turkey to watch it. And I think that shows devotion. I think that makes you a secret Leeds fan.
No, disagree. Pittsmore Owl is an embarrassment to our fan base, says Super Owls for Life.
Thanks for watching, Super Owls.
Oh, man. You go
Mic drop.
Clip that, mate. That was absolute Mark. Well played, mate. Well played.
Johnny will be leaving Meadow Lane at half time this season. He says he's a changed man.
Johnny, listen, it's just down the road, mate. I'll meet you in there. We'll have a beer.
When we played Notts County last time, I even stayed when we were losing 5-2 or whatever it was. And we lost the ball and we gained the ball and lost the ball. Chance started. That were epic.
Comment of the night coming in. Manchester United could finish just above the relegation zone for 5 seasons in a row and they'd still be the biggest club in England.
Yeah, because they're full of delusional fans. Because they're full of delusional fans. I can't believe the Tottenham fans are still holding on to the fact that they've had 2 seasons where they virtually stayed in the league.
So we've finished the poll. So team of the week this week is Bradford City. So Bradford won that. I'm just going to quickly show flop of the week. So get your votes in for flop of the week. So the team that's had the worst result, I would say it's Barnsley. They lost to a team that have just come up. So Rotherham, Barnsley, Derby and Leicester. And you guys are not allowed to vote on the panel.
Too late, mate. Already done it. Not T&C's here.
AC Milan just Ahmed Man United poo 2-0.
Yeah. Your former manager as well, Bushy. The manager that they all slated and got rid of have still battered you 4-2.
Yeah, but it's a friendly. Man U are not a big club anymore. They're bubble burst years ago. Come on, stop talking utter nonsense.
No, they're a big club. No. Listen, Man United are a big club all day long. Man United are a big club all day long, and they always will be. It's just they've had a shit flow of results, mate. They've had a terrible flow of results.
Hang on. We finished 3rd last season, and we're in Champions League.
Yeah.
That's a question.
You should expect that every season.
You'd give your left arm for Forest to finish 3rd.
Being the best team in the world, or whatever you want to call them, that should be consistent every season, and it wasn't.
Can I ask you a question? You know when that happened in Munich? Yeah? When that bad accident happened, do you think... I'm not trying to, like...
It was only a decent team because of Fergie. No,
do you think a lot of fans started to feel sorry for him and like him for that reasons? Or do you think it's shitly on football?
No, I think it's on football. A lot was done in the 90s with David Beckham when they went and toured in China. They took advantage of Beckham's hype in them years, and they got a massive fan base in China and all of that.
I must admit, when I used to watch Wednesday play in the 80s when I first started going, so the Leppings Lane used to hold 15,000 for the away fans. We all standing, the bottom ordered 10,000, including a corner, and top ordered 15,000. My only team I ever seen fill it properly were Coventry in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. There were 49,000 there. We lost 3-1. They went on to win the cup. Other than that, for the league game, Man United used to always bring the most fans. Always. So, and that was mid-80s. So, I think Man United fan base-wise, the biggest club in the world. Best club. You've got to say Real Madrid, haven't you? For the Champions League. That's just my opinion, guys.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Liverpool far behind. Listen, do you know Arsenal, when they used to play at Wembley in the 90s, they were getting 75,000 in the 90s. Arsenal, they were a huge club. I think if their ground ordered 80,000, 90, I think Arsenal would fill it. Maybe even Tottenham. When Tottenham played at Wembley, they were filling it.
So I like what Fox output will see.
I'm just going to go through the comments now. So, good evening, guys. Wednesday will always be the biggest team in Yorkshire. No other teams. Fans would stick by their teams in the 1,000 fact. Evening, Mark, the Pittsmore Owl. I disagree. I think Leeds have stuck by their. I think Leeds have stuck by their team, and I think Leeds would stick by their team through thick and thin. I think
it's also a big rugby city as well.
Bradford have also had decent crowds in League Two.
Oh, definitely. Bradford's a big club. I think they're doing better.
I disagree. Probably Forest. I think they dropped off a bit when they went down. Never
That's the comment. That's the comment of the night. That is the comment of the night right there. Never trust a bloke who supports more than one club. And we've got a 3-team wanker sat right there.
3? I only support 2.
No, Rotherham, Man United and Leeds. We know you're a secret Leeds fan.
I don't support
He supports 3, Mark. He supports Leeds as well. He went all the way over to Turkey to watch Leeds play. All the way.
We went there
lose respect for that, Mr. Bush. You're going to lose respect for supporting 2 teams, bro. You can't support one.
No. There's no written rule. You can only support one team.
Yeah, but there is, mate, in your heart. So if I go and watch Man City play with my uncle, I like Man City. I was born in Manchester, and I see Man City play, I'm pleased for him. I'm happy as a day out, but it's not in my heart. Do you know what I mean? If they lose, I'm not really bothered. If I go to Hillsborough and get beat, I'm fucking devastated. I love Sheffield Wednesday. Do you understand? That's the difference.
Yeah. I'm the same. Obviously, my team is Rotherham, but obviously, I support United. But I feel the same. I feel the same for both teams. If they lose, I'm heartbroken.
So what about if they played each other then? Where are you going to stand in ground? On the halfway line?
Hold on a minute. But stop it.
Anyway, I always go on the halfway line. I don't like
in what Milky Way universe is Rotherham ever going to play against Man United?
FA Cup, maybe.
Mate, we're not going to get that far. Rotherham won't get out of the bloody first stage.
I give my left bollocks to see Wednesday even play one game in the Premier League.
Do you know why I feel sorry for me? Is probably Wednesday fans, maybe 40 downwards. They've just seen rubbish. But listen, I'm like a stuck record sometimes. If somebody would have pulled me in the year 2000, I'd have been, 24, and said the next 26 years are going to be like this, I would not have believed them. So football, listen, you're only as good as your owner. And unfortunately, I'm gonna say his name, Chansiri. I think if he'd have took notice to people and listened to people and took advice for people, the money he spent, maybe 180, 190 million, that could have been so different. It got us from one game, but he wouldn't listen. But now, I think we fell on his feet, Lee. I think we've really got a good owner here who wants to do it on the pitch, off the pitch. You're only as good as your owners, and I'm not going to make
but that's what I'm saying. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you've got a good owner. Like, I actually went against the parapet and said, when you were in that trouble, that I backed Sheffield Wednesday. And I got loads of stick from Rotherham fans saying, you shouldn't say that. But I'm just a football fan. I don't want to see teams go with owners like that, because the only people that suffer is the fans that are paying the money.
I would
the
like
owners
to see.
don't care. The owners do not care.
And that shows that you can be mature. You know, like me sometimes, I'll get me running, I'll go, boom, and I'll get a bite, yeah? And I'll wind people up, and I'll bring energy, yeah? Maybe that's what makes me different to others, yeah? But, and some don't like that, but I would not like to see Sheffield United go bust. I wouldn't. Because if Wednesday wouldn't have been a bigger club as what they are, I think maybe we could have gone bust. Do you understand? But because of the bigness of the club, there's always someone there. But, like, if Wednesday went bust, if they would have gone bust, I would not go to Sheffield United. I'd have probably gone Man City, yeah? But everyone's got different journeys, different interests. But as a football fan, we can have a go with each other. We can be silly, we can get very silly. But really, we're all same people, aren't we? We love football.
Yeah, we all love football. And that's why we're here on a Sunday 100%. Night chatting nonsense. Right, I'm going to read through the last few comments and then I'm going to wrap it up because we've gone over time. But
wow, it's gone so fast tonight.
Yeah, the old Trent end was amazing. Says Knott's podcast. Gary Liller, come on, Bushy. Forest were brilliant in Europe under the great manager Brian Clough. As much as I hate to admit, I do admire Leeds fan base. It is quality.
Only one team in Leeds, don't you know? Imagine if we had one team in Sheffield.
Which Wednesday have. Listen, Wednesday's had adversity. But look at Rotherham. Rotherham's had more points deductions than Sheffield Wednesday.
Have you?
Yeah, of course we have.
When?
Of course we have.
I'm going to have to Google that, bro. Yeah. I'm going to have to Google that. I'm not sure about that.
Google it. Rotherham have had more points deductions and bigger points deductions as well. We got treated way worse than Sheffield Wednesday did by the EFL. So
let me just finish it. If we're going to do decent this season, we've got to get better strikers because something shooting yesterday, Tupac and Biggie Smalls will still be alive, bro. That shooting was terrible. Do you know what I'm saying?
Don't bite, Lee. What you said the other day, you support Man United. Bradford through and through.
Shouldn't have said that. You're going to get some grief for that, Lee, now, bro. You should have kept that one shush.
Bradford through and through, but you do like Rangers, no other team. Now, only one team for me, Bradford, always supported them 50 year. I'd hate to see any club go under. I think everybody's the same with football fans. I remember when Leeds nearly went bust and I asked my dad who he'd support. He said, if there were no Leeds, he said, no one. You're a Leeds fan and that's it. You'll never wear another shirt. 17
points. Wasn't it 17 points one season? Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, Robin got 17-point deduction. They got it 2 seasons in a row. Listen, Rotherham got treated worse. But
when I said I'd have gone to Man City, I don't mean say I'd have gone there and put all my heart into it. But if I'd have gone and watched the football team, we'd have probably gone there with my uncle. Do you understand? But it wouldn't have been the same. Because my heart's not in it, Lee. My heart's not in it. My heart's blue and white.
And then flop of the week this week, and I'm sure it's down to the viewers who just don't like me. Rotherham or flop of the week this week.
See, I completely disagree. I completely disagree with that one. I watched some of the Derby game for my sins, only so I could rip into some of my Derby friends. And Derby were absolutely atrocious.
Samuel said Bury had it bad. Yeah, they did.
Their back line for Derby County was absolutely atrocious.
So thank you for everyone tuning in. We've had some fantastic numbers tonight. We've had some fantastic comments. We're going to be here now every Sunday at 7 while 8, discussing the weekend's games and everything between rivalry of Yorkshire and East Midlands. So all the teams. So we are looking for other people to come on from other teams. So we still haven't got a Sheffield United fan to.
Where's the Leeds fan coming? I thought the Leeds fan were coming on.
Yeah, he didn't come on tonight. He will be coming on though. He's in the group, so he will.
Listen,
be coming
guys,
on.
can I say one thing?
Chesterfield fan tonight.
Can I say one thing, please, Lee? I hope my microphone's right because my voice didn't sound very good last week. I really appreciate everyone what watches me. I've been doing my YouTube now, my TikTok for a year, and I do it because I went on Radio Sheffield for 16 years to get conversation back on Wednesday. I do my YouTube and my TikTok channel, both at Mark the Pitsmore Owl. Please like and subscribe. But I do it for fans. Do you know what I'm saying? I do it for the fans. Do you know what I mean? So thank you for your support, Wednesday fans. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, keep supporting these guys. Obviously, Chicken's on the loose as well. He does some great content as well. So give him a follow.
I already have.
We're just we're just football fans, and we put ourselves out there, and sometimes we do get a lot of abuse. So it is nice sometimes to get some nice comments, because you kind of do get a lot of bad comments. Good luck on the season, guys. Cheers, Samuel. My team's not far from going bust. Morecambe.
Yeah, Morecambe have had a hard time of it. Morecambe have.
I thought Tyson Fury would have bought them. So, guys, if you're watching Chickens on the Loose or Mark's channel, come over to our channel, give us a subscribe as well. Please like the video if you've watched it as well. It does help the guys' algorithms and stuff like that. We are learning this because we're all new to the podcast world, really. This is only a new channel. We've been going a year, but we've done amazing things in that year. So thank you. It really is humbling that people have supported the channel. And if you like the content, please continue to support, because it just gives us the energy to continue to do it. Because it is, people just think it's quite easy, but it is time consuming. There's a lot of stuff that goes on that people don't see. That just take a lot of time. So, like I said, go and support the guys. And thanks for watching. See you next week. Up the Millers.
Up the Chickens.